What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Welcome to Science Domain. Now, a sad day in Hollywood. As you haven't heard, Alec Baldwin shot and killed a co-worker of his. The co-worker's name happens to be Halyna Hutchins, and she was the director of photography, or otherwise known as the camera person, on a movie set that they were shooting in New Mexico that was meant to be or slated to be coming out next year or thereabouts. Now, it's a very, very unfortunate situation, but as soon as this happened, I mean, there was a lot of reaction on Twitter, and a lot of people started trending an old post of Alec Baldwin, where Alec Baldwin was actually bashing police officer who wrongfully shot someone. And according to that post, it said, "I wonder how it must feel to wrongfully kill someone." So a lot of people have been bashing him seriously over this issue, and they're calling it karma. The karma is visiting Alec Baldwin. Now, there's a serious reason why many of them have been gunning at him, because Alec Baldwin has been an advent critic of Trump and Trump supporters, and he had said some seriously mean things about people that support Trump and Trump himself. Just last year, in and around October, he made a statement to Hollywood reporters that didn't really sit well with these people, hence why he was being attacked. Now, in that statement, he said, "Nothing would make me happier than to see this end," says Baldwin, referring to both Trump's presidency and his long-running portrayal. He also went on to say, "It's not about climate denial or racial insensitivity. It's a form of insanity." Now, he's referring to both Trump and Trump supporters at this particular point in time. This vision of what the world is, these white privilege optics of the world, is really like Norman Bates' dead mother in a basement. Now, I believe Norman Bates is a psychopath who kept his dead mother in a basement and continued to dress her up like as if she was alive and doing all sorts of nasty things. He does go on to actually make mention of that. Now, he said, just keep putting on powder on her. Keep putting some makeup on her. Keep throwing your voice, ventriloquist style, into her dead corpse. Trump and his minions continue to try to keep alive this faded, bygone view of what this country is and should be. To me, they are psychopaths. Now, Trump supporters, they believe that America is a great country. America has been a country that has been good to so many people. And to be honest with you, I've seen a lot of immigrants who have aired these very exact same sentiments, but many people on the left, people like him, do not believe this. They believe that America is a racist country, systemically racist, and that America is generally evil and whatnot. So they've been bashing anybody that has anything good to say about America, hence why a lot of people came at him. But to some people's credit, I know some of these YouTubers that I watch who are right-leaning, who are right-wing, who people have been referring to as white supremacists. Some people like Gary from Geeks and Gamers, and some other person like ABL. Most of these people came and they were very empathetic with Alec Baldwin. I mean, nobody wants to be in this sort of situation. And, I watched the analysis, and for many of them, they were also sympathetic towards him, even though they pointed out all the sort of nasty things that he has said about people like them who support Trump, loyally and whatnot. So anyways, when it comes to this particular story, there is a lot to unpack. And I personally believe that Alec Baldwin is not out of the woods yet. But before we get into any more analysis, and I tell you why I believe that he's not out of the woods yet, I would like us to watch this report from Fox 11 so that we can get a full gist of what actually went down.
With breaking news that is shocking Hollywood tonight, a deadly accident on the set of an Alec Baldwin movie. Good evening, I'm Christine Devine.
And I'm Alex Michelson. Tonight, authorities say that it appears that Baldwin accidentally killed his own co-worker.
Alec Baldwin, seen here on his Instagram page, is in New Mexico filming the movie Rust. The local sheriff's department there says he accidentally shot and killed the director of photography, 42-year-old Halyna Hutchins, and he injured director Joel Souza, seen here on IMDb, who was rushed to the hospital. Elizabeth Wagmeister is a senior correspondent with Variety.
This is a huge story. It's obviously tragic, and it just brings up the questions of how could this have happened and what went wrong?
The sheriff's department says the shooting happened at the Bonanza Creek Ranch, where Rust has been shooting. Just recently on Instagram, Hutchins posted this video with the caption, "One of the perks of shooting a Western is you get to ride horses on your day off." Now, the comments on that post include, "Rest in peace."
All they need from you is to go to prison for a very, very, very long time.
Baldwin, one of Hollywood's most political voices, is a strong advocate for gun control.
This is really ironic in the saddest of ways, but also he's a polarizing figure. And even if this is not his fault by any means, this is a major headline that never goes away and will just pile onto the many controversies that are already next to his name, whether it's fair or not fair.
This incident is reminiscent of the 1993 death of Brandon Lee, the son of Bruce Lee, who was killed by a prop gun on the set of The Crow.
Given that that did happen years and years ago, you'd think that in 2021 especially, there would be protections where these things don't happen on film sets, especially when we're having such a larger conversation about workers' rights in the midst of IATSE, which nearly went on strike due to workers' rights.
Yeah, that potential IATSE union strike averted in the end. Tonight, Baldwin is not facing any criminal charges, but the investigation is still in its early stages.
Now, from that report, two things come to mind. So far, so good. What we found out is that the investigators have said that they are not ruling out that this might not be an accidental shooting. Not that they are saying that Alec Baldwin did this deliberately, but there is also some suggestions, and I'm speculating at this point, that maybe it wasn't really a prop gun. I'm not too sure. But one report that I read said that Alec Baldwin said, "Who handed me a hot gun?" He was so distraught, and he said, "Who handed me a hot gun? I've never been handed a hot gun before," which means that maybe the bullets were live, maybe the bullets were blank, but they still had the same effect. Who knows? Because according to the description, from what I gathered from one of the reports that I read, was that the bullet went through Helena Hutchins. Rest her soul. And my thoughts and prayers and my heart goes out to her family at this very difficult time. Now, the problem there is that if this is true, if he was handed a hot gun, who did this? Was this a setup? Was somebody trying to kill two birds with one stone and set Alec Baldwin up? Either ways, if that's what happened, then Alec Baldwin will be liable because he was also, and he's also the producer of this particular movie, and he's supposed to ensure the safety of everyone on that particular set. So if there was a carelessness on his part, there may be some liable, lawsuits coming up and whatnot. So in so many ways, Alec Baldwin might not just be out of the woods yet. But like I said before, all these are speculations. That this was simply accidental. Because if it was not, then it could only mean one or two things. One is that maybe it was a deliberate action on his part, which I want to bet 99%. I can't be 100% sure because I'm not God. I don't know. But I can bet 99% that it was not his intention to do that. And if it's not, the other thing it would be is that maybe he was set up. And if that's the case, then we have a serious problem here. Or not we, he has a serious problem here. Now, Alec has since released a statement on Twitter, and this is what he said. "There are no words to convey my shock and sadness regarding the tragic accident that took the life of Helena Hutchins, a wife, mother, and deeply admired colleague of ours. I'm fully cooperating with the police investigation to address how this tragically occurred." But anyway, I'll be looking at this story with more keen interest, and I'll be updating you guys if anything new comes out of this whole thing. Hopefully, Alec Baldwin comes out of this unscathed. Of course, this story is never going to go away, and I'm sure this is going to live with him for the rest of his life. Now, having said that, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts about this whole thing. If you have any prayers for Helena Hutchins and the family, if you're thankful that Joe Susas actually survived because the bullet went through her and hit him as well, but he was released after the hospital. Let me know everything you feel about this entire story in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Well, anyways, I'll be catching you guys real soon. Please do make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and ding that bell for notification for whenever I upload on this particular channel. And I'll be catching you guys again real soon. Take care of yourself. Peace. Saya's out of here. And stay safe and remain prayerful. Catch you guys on the next one.